So man, I've had this story that I've been wanting to tell for a long time. I haven't felt right about it, but like I finally feel
Okay.
like I can like actually like tell the story properly. Like I finally
all
feel
right.
safe. Finally feel
Okay.
safe.
All right.
So years ago, I was walking in the woods and suddenly a big blue light, just like overcame me, and I found myself on an alien ship. I was on a
What?
UFO. Yeah,
What?
I was on a UFO.
You?
I was, and they took me back to this room and they sat me down, and they're just looking at me with their big almond eyes, and I looked at them and I said, I was so scared, and I said, why have you brought me here? Do you know what they said to me?
What did they say to you, man?
The leader, he looked straight at me and he said, put a stride in your glide and a dip in your yip. And then he smacked me in the face with a giant inflatable pickle. And they put me back in the woods.
What?
I'm just fucking with you.
For a minute, I was like, if this actually happened to you, I was gonna say, is this going where I think this is going?
Welcome to Weirdwide, everybody. I am your host, JD Ross. You might have noticed that Bethany Marshall is not with us today, unfortunately. Fortunately for her, because she's not here today. Do you know where she's at? She's in fucking Scotland right now.
She's in Scotland. It's a bite Madden.
It's a bite Madden. I loved you. Always have.
Always have. Always will.
Always have. Always will. So
fucking, I need my Brigadoon now. Like I'm gonna have a Brigadoon today.
We actually should have had some Brigadoon.
We should have. You didn't tell me your partner was, in Scotland.
Oh yeah, dude. Bethany is in Scotland. She's living it up right now. So I hope she's having a great trip. I haven't heard from her, and that's a good thing because she's having a fucking vacation. Get the fuck out of here. Don't fucking talk to me. I'm fucking stuck back here. Fucking literally. I hope she's having a great time.
I'll join.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out on the next episode with that. But was able to get a little bit of time with my best good friend, the Ghost. We haven't done one of these for entirely too long, dude. Like we're gonna
like 3 or 4 months, man.
It's been a while. Weirdwide went through a weird little moment there where it was kind of like wasn't getting a lot of stuff out, but we're back, and it happens. Yeah, we're back and rolling. We're gonna try to do these at least once a month, I would say. The Unhinged Movies episode.
That'd be nice.
So today we are gonna be talking about a movie that I think it's a good movie. I think it's fun. Just in time for April Fool's Day. So you actually might notice the episode is dropping a little bit early this week. Wanted to get it out here for April Fool's Day. Today we are talking about a movie on Hulu called I'm Just Fucking With You.
If you didn't tell by the story at the beginning, that's why we were just the most ridiculous, over-the-top shit that would never happen.
Never happen.
A fraction of a % of people would witness something like that. But I did not like this movie, sir. You steered me wrong, dude. This was a piece of shite, and I kept calling it a piece of shite all night. My wife was like, Can you stop saying shite, please? I'm like, no, it's a piece of shite. Shite. Is this what this movie is?
Man, tell everyone how you really feel.
I did not like it, and we will get into it. It's
Ghost, I need you to be ready, man, because we're going to be consuming a lot of terrible movies for the Unhinged series.
Look,
right?
the last couple Unhinged were fine. Like they were not bad movies. They were,
but
mediocre,
that's what I'm saying.
But they were not bad.
That's what I'm saying, though, dude. Is we're about to be diving into bad movie territory. We're going to be diving in. I'm making you do Baby's Day Out.
Birdemic is better than this.
We got to do Birdemic too. We did Birdemic.
I have not seen Birdemic 2.
Well, I haven't either. Now, we did the first Birdemic on our original podcast, Going Hollywood. We're going to do Birdemic 2 at some point. We're going to do Rubber. We're going to do Baby's Day. I'm making your ass do Baby's Day Out.
Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace. I promised to do Dennis the Menace. So we're going to be doing that one. That's going to be a fun one. That'll be coming out soon. But today,
all good movies.
All good movies. Today, I will admit this is not the best movie, but I do like the villain. I like the plot. I think it's got a lot of good imagery going on. So let's get into it a little bit. So I'm Just Fucking With You is part of the Into the Dark series on Hulu, which did you ever get into the Into the Dark series?
I never got into Hulu, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. My wife likes Hulu.
Well, a couple years ago, Hulu did this like thing where like they basically for every single holiday, even like the like B level, B and C level holidays, they're gonna do like a horror movie. So there was like a Memorial Day one, there
Hmm.
was a Columbus Day one, but
Okay.
the one they did for April Fool's Day was I'm Just Fucking With You.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Mm.
Jason Blum actually was involved with this movie.
Yeah, yeah, Jason Blum was, and I have mixed feelings about Jason. Like he's literally hit or miss. He either makes really good movies or not so good movies, and this is the
He
not
does a
so.
lot. He gets a lot
He
of
does.
content out. So like I will say that's
Producer,
probably
yeah.
yeah, I will say that's probably part of it is like I guess it's like they can't all be winners.
I guess, yeah. He's like, it'll make me some money, and that's fine. You're right, but the art wasn't here, in my opinion.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. So let's dive in. So this movie takes place with a situation where there's a dude traveling, and
Hmm.
it's April Fool's Day. He's heading to a wedding, and he shows up at this place called the Pink Motel. Now the Pink Motel, honestly, dude, I would fuck that. That place looks cool as fuck.
The Pink Motel and Lounge. The
Hmm.
location is fine. I was okay with I'm a big single location guy. If
Hmm.
you give me a solo dolo location with a
Yeah.
bunch of shit happening in one spot, I'm okay with that. I was okay the first
Which
30 minutes.
they pulled that off with that.
They
You got to
did. They
admit,
did.
and you got to
Yep.
admit that the whole neon vibe, the whole like
I love it.
retro. It
I
was like
did like that. Yes.
it was a fun time.
Yes. It
Fun time.
was.
Great setting for the character of Chester.
You know what? For that pink neon shit, his personality is pink neon
That's what I'm saying.
over the top.
Honestly, is it weird that on a certain level I relate to Chester?
Oh my God, I hope you really no, you don't. No, you do
A little
not.
bit,
You are
a
not
little bit,
at all,
a little bit,
Chester.
a little bit.
You don't fuck with people like that. You can read a fucking vibe when the
Well, okay,
motherfucker
and
shut
actually,
up.
that's an interesting point. That's a very interesting point. Is like, well, and you say read a vibe. Like, honestly, I don't. He was doing that shit on purpose, first of all. But like,
He was right.
you
You
know, like
wouldn't.
you and I are a couple of goofy motherfuckers, but like
We are.
we've never been pranksters.
No, no, we're goofy. We don't
Yeah,
prank around like. And if we do fucking prank somebody, we know when to stop. We know
yeah,
when to
yeah.
be like it's over.
We
It's
know when
over.
it's like, all right, hey, this has been fun,
Been
but now
fun.
it's not
Correct.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, and we've done that
yeah,
in
but
the
like
20 years.
honestly,
We have.
even pranking though, I don't think we've ever been like. It's never been a prank thing. It's
No.
been just a vibe.
No, yeah,
So I
you've
guess
been
you're right with
pranked,
that.
but
With
I've
that,
been pranked, but we never
we've
pranked
never
together.
really been prank. Yeah, exactly. So like April Fool's Day has never really been like our holiday
No,
or anything.
no,
Yeah.
fuck
So.
no.
All right, now something else I enjoyed about the movie. So they set up the guy that's heading for the wedding, and one of the things I like about this is like most horror movies seem to at least in some way
Hmm.
make the main protagonist into someone that you want to survive. They went out of their way to make Larry unlikable as fuck.
Oh God, he was very Lair Bear
Lair Bear,
Lair
Lair
Bear
Bear.
was very very unlikable. I didn't connect to him. That's a big problem with me. If I don't connect with not just the main character but side characters, the villain, if I can't have some kind of connection to you, that's typically when the movie starts
Well,
being
but
bad.
you picked up on like Larry's whole thing is like he's basically leading this double life where like
Literally, he's a
on
dick.
yeah on the surface he's just some
Yep.
normal dude, but then like he's got his whole online troll persona where he just like to me that I kind of like that because it made him he made him unlikable as fuck. It made like
Yeah.
watching him get fucked with. It made it kind of satisfying to me. I thought.
I wonder how many people I know that are like fucking Larry. Like not in my private life, because you and I are you
Right.
get what you get, and this is what you paid
Right.
for. We're like Dell from fucking Planes
Literally.
Trains. It's like this is who we are.
What you see is what you get.
What you get, literally. But I wonder how many motherfuckers I know that are like Larry, like this
Well,
nice fucking
that's
person,
what I
then
mean.
dick online, dude.
Yeah, like completely takes like this whole like persona of being an asshole and trying to like just ruin people's
Mhm.
lives online, like, and just by saying mean comments left and right, the shit that he doesn't have the balls to say in real life.
Programming flaw.
You know what sucks is I actually like that handle as a hacker
You
alias.
would do like you would. You
I do, like, fuck. And I like the one part is like, oh yeah, you done it, flaw. Like it's like okay, like that's actually a pretty sweet fucking
Can we get into, now that he's at the hotel, he checks in with obviously Chester.
Chester being the main villain, main antagonist, who's gonna play pranks on the entire time. Get into it. Tell me what your first thoughts on that when he first got in there and met Chester.
My first thoughts?
Yeah.
Biggest piece of dog shit on the planet.
Chester.
Okay.
He wasn't.
Like, I would never hang out with this motherfucker. You do that shit one time to me, I'm like, I'm out.
Okay, like
maybe twice. I let you slide 2 times, but I'm out there.
At first, he was fine. Like
he.
Well, yeah, because like he opens up with the whole like, you got a problem, and like kind of like he did he basically did the Pesci thing to him from the jump. Like what do you mean funny? He basically so he looks at me, he's like, you got a problem. Then it turns out it's just a XYZ. Just fucking with you.
I'm just fucking with you.
And it's like if he'd stop there, that's fine. That's fine.
He did the zipper thing.
Yeah.
Fine. You got me, sir.
And to be fair, Larry was a little bit of a bitch about that.
The first time around, yes.
If I walked in to check into a hotel and the guy up front was like mean mugging me and like acting like he's like got a problem with me, and then he fucking hits me with an XYZ, just fucking with you, I'd be like, this fucking guy is awesome. I'd hang out with Chester.
You seriously? You fucking would?
I would. No, here's the thing. It's like Chester, I think, would have liked me, but this would lead to my death. Chester would eventually kill me.
Yeah, he would have eventually killed you. Yes.
Yeah, I would have fallen for that trap because if you notice, like the biker that was in there was like kind of on
Jerry.
Chester's. Yeah, Jerry. He was laughing and fucking around with him, so like Chester didn't fuck with him as much. But like when he fucked with Larry. And Larry's like, ugh, oh my God, I'm just trying to check in. I'm just a little bitch. My name's Larry. I'm a fucking... Like, honestly, fuck Larry. Fuck Larry.
Fuck Larry and definitely fuck Chester. But here's my question. Zipper thing happens to you with the mean mugging. You're cool with that. I'd hang out with this guy. You give him $75 in cash. He said it's cool, you don't need it. And then fucking asks you for your credit card saying, I never gave you the money.
Now break that down. Explain that to everybody as far as like as what was going on there.
Larry, after the whole shenanigans, he hits him like 1 or 2 more times with a couple little ones. I don't remember them.
It was like just a little bit of like just a stuff
just,
you and honestly that at that point stuff you and I would do to each other.
Correct.
Just like
Chester says something in a sense, just give me the cash. Don't worry about it. Won't even charge you interest. Blah blah blah.
Just checking in. He's checking him in.
Just check it in. Here's your key. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Something else happens. I don't remember because this part pissed me off so much, where he gives him the cash, but then he asks him, well, don't you want your keys, but I need your credit card.
Yeah. So it was basically like he had already given him $75 cash because he said it would be less, like he wouldn't have to pay the taxes that way. So it was like, this is a better deal. Just give me the cash. And then he tried to act like he didn't give him the cash and starts gaslighting the fuck out of him. Now, I will admit, that would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, he was gaslighting him so much that even I started believing that did he actually give him the money?
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing is like I feel like you would get fucked with the way Larry got fucked with. But I feel like he wouldn't do that to me.
I would leave. He would. Yeah, more than likely I would be the victim of some shit like this.
Yeah, because you'd be the one getting pissed off. You're like, that's not fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not fucking funny. I gave you $75. I will call the cops if you don't fucking you give me that key right now, motherfucker. Or the police will be here.
Yeah.
1, 2. I would be a dick. I would be a total dick to him. Like, you wouldn't be a dick to me, I'd be a dick to you.
As we'll find out, that shit didn't really work. That's not the way to handle it. So
you're right.
Continue on from there. So you're watching that. You're just furious. What's going on next?
I'm furious because it actually starts escalating more and more and more because. He eventually obviously said, I'm just fucking with you.
Here's your
money.
key.
Here's your keys. Don't you want them? It's like, bro, you know what? Give me that $75. I'm getting in my fucking car and I'm leaving.
Literally, actually.
I would literally leave.
Yeah.
That would be the last time I'm not writing a petty fucking review on Yelp or whatever the hell he went to Yelp.
Well, and if you notice, that was the very first thing he did.
You know what? I would have written a fucking review too if like my wife was like, no, we're staying. We already have booked, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm writing a fucking review on this prick.
I don't think I've ever like written a bad review.
I haven't. But if that happened to me, that whole money situation, I would have written a review. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not your friend.
That's true.
All right, Chester pissed me the fuck off. I'm getting real mad.
So you're already so anti-Chester. It's not even funny.
Anti-Chester.
And
I'm
we
like, you know
haven't
what?
even
Y'all did
scratched
it.
the surface on the Chesterisms here.
Literally, and I was like, dude, they did it. They made me hate the villain. I despise him.
But that's a good thing, isn't it?
It is a good thing. It is a good thing. He did
Because
a good job on that
like,
sense.
you have to admit, the guy that played him
He killed it.
that part. Hayes
Killed it.
MacArthur.
Killed it.
Yeah. You know the guy's
Literally
married to
killed it.
Ali Larter?
Is he really?
Yeah.
That goofy motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, he's done a couple like other random like roles and shit. I can't remember what else he's been in. He was on like How I Met Your Mother briefly, but like, yeah, he's fucking married to Ali Larter, dude.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, so take us to the next thing. What happened next? So like, there's a couple just random series of events, and like the underlying plot is like his sister is on the way because they're meeting there to go to this wedding.
The sister is on the way to go to the
Yeah.
wedding of his ex.
Yeah,
You have to make that
who he's
clear.
still in love with.
Yeah, literally is, but he's trying to be like, "Oh, I'm your friend. I support you
I
on this,"
support
but
you.
inside
But
he's like this whore.
Yeah, he's literally doing like a lot of kind of incel, like Chad behavior kind of shit.
Little Chad incel behavior. You know what? Larry gave that. Chester did not. He was just a scumbag, fucking jock boy, motherfucker.
Would you say jock boy? No, he was just more of a he was a party guy. He's the
party jock. Yeah,
he's not a jock. I mean, I wouldn't call him a jock. He's just the party. He's like the party guy that doesn't know when to like end a party. Like
literally, like stop it.
The one that can't ever have a serious conversation.
I will give you this. I'm going to give you one sequence that I actually LOL'd because fuck Larry. It was funny as shit.
Which one? Which one?
Is the one where he blocked the bathroom door. Where he's blocking the bathroom door of him. He's like, you gotta push harder, Larry.
Gotta push harder, Larry.
He entered the scene as a Spanish woman. And he's like, not everybody that works in hotel cleaning is Spanish, you racist. I'm like, all right,
he's
Chester,
literally out here
that is
like
funny.
calling him a racist for that shit. That's funny as shit.
I actually was. I LOL'd at that because it sounded like a woman. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. He's like, he's trying to, it's just me, Larry, you racist. What is every woman working in a hotel is, come on.
Okay, now you gotta admit too that like when he fucking put the dick pic under the door, that was funny as shit.
The dick, and he's schlonging, man. He's like L.O. Dick, like pulling an L.O. Dick
so
here,
basically, like he just so basically another one of the pranks is Larry like opens the motel door, and this is after he gets harassed, I think, by the biker. Because because there's a whole situation with the biker where the biker he's like Larry's just out trying to get soda, and the biker's like corners him. He's like. You touch my armor, my vest, my riding armor. The only people that do that want to fight or fuck.
Or fuck, literally. He's like,
you ready to fight? He goes, no. You ready to fuck? And then it was like this whole misunderstanding. Like,
he did. That was funny. That was actually hilarious. Hilarious.
I'm in room 7. Most rattled motherfucker ever. This is a hypochondriac. He's always like sanitizing after he touches something. He doesn't want to be around people, and then this like he is just getting harassed by this fucking psycho up front. He gets harassed by this biker just trying to get a soda, comes back to his room, and there's an envelope. He opens the envelope, and it's just Chester's giant dick.
I mean, flaccid, like more than 5 inches flaccid.
I would have said maybe 7, because they even mention it later on when they're looking at that.
It's about 5. It's about 5. He didn't pass his balls yet. It's about
I don't know. I wasn't really. I mean, I wasn't like that.
I wasn't really that.
You were over here like, no, that's a. You're over here like that's a 5.
That's a 5. Absolutely. I was with my wife. I was like, he's 5.
It's 5.3 inches right there. I know dicks. I know dicks. That's a 5.3 inch right there.
5.3 right there, baby. I was like, right, baby. She's like, yeah, that's about 5.
But there's the idea of like just like putting a Polaroid of your dick in an envelope and then putting it underneath the fucking motel like door of this guy. It's just like, why are you like this, man? Like,
and then waiting for him to take a shower and pull the whole Spanish lady blocking the bathroom door with his foot, asking him to push more further until
finally he rushes through, falls to the ground, and it's just like
He was blocking it with his foot. He moved his foot. I actually LOL'd at that scene. That was probably the last time that and then I started gradually getting worse.
Yeah.
And worse. I was like, I'm hating this.
Well, it was about
funny
that
for a second.
point. It was about that point where it's like Larry had had enough, and Larry's like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." And then he hears Chester say something that makes him think, "Wait, something's not right." This is when it starts to kind of go from like just a dude that can't read the room to, "Oh, I might be in danger right now," kind of shit.
Literally.
That's the vibe it went to. So like he hears Chester say something about his sister Rachel, which he's like, "I didn't tell her my name was Rachel." So like calls the cops and all that, and then like there's this whole just this one thing I like about Chester is he's weirdly okay.
He's witty.
He's witty. He reminds me of like he's kind of an amalgamation of several actual serial killers. If you notice, because like the cop shows up and he just gaslights like Larry like a son of a bitch, and like the cop is just like totally on his side. That's Jeffrey Dahmer had the same shit happen.
He did, and I'll get into the whole sheriff kind of being with him, like believing every fucking thing he says. But that's in a little bit. The sheriff shows up again.
That's later,
Yes, later. But he shows up right as he, as this whole sequence. He knows my sister's name, and he's like, "Yeah, you wrote it down on the room. You told it to me, right?"
Yeah.
And he also, there's a sequence right there with the cop being turned around, and for some reason, Chester acted like Larry punched him. And the cop believed him. Well, that's the first time I got pissed.
Well, and again, that's where it starts to like you're starting to see what he's like really capable of.
Literally,
like the manipulation is outstanding.
It is,
and it really does. Like, because I really feel like there was whoever wrote the character of Chester and the guy that played him, I feel like there was a lot of research done into like actual serial killers, because like that is some shit they would like they pull off, is like master manipulation shit. He punches himself in the face, and so like the cop is literally like just got his shitty eye on Larry completely. Larry is the victim 100%.
Oh yeah,
but the cop doesn't believe that, and it's like Training Day. It's not what you know, it's what you can
prove. Correct,
and you can't prove that. You like that's one guy's word against the other. Why? And it's like the logical thing is like, why would Chester punch himself in the face?
You're right. It's in that sense, like in that moment, the cop's like, well, why would he punch himself in the face? Blah blah blah. But still, it's like, I don't know. During that whole sequence, which was like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes long, the sister comes through and is like, well, here she is. There's the sister.
I'm
Rachel.
Here. Hey.
Right. And did you know that's the chick from Sirens, the show on USA?
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was one of the chicks. My wife actually pointed it out. She's like, I love her. She was in Sirens. I'm like, oh yeah,
I like her in this. I thought she was good.
She was. Here's what
I felt
pissed
bad
me off
for her though.
A little bit, but this is what pissed me off about Rachel.
Yeah,
her liking Chester almost on immediately. It pissed me off, man.
Well, see, that's the thing. Here's the problem here is like he does have that charm that does work on people. That's what I mean. Like the XYZ thing would have totally won me over. I'd have been like, this guy is living
this
life
guy.
right away. This guy right here. So like I would have been the same way if you and I were like at the Pink Motel. I'd have been like, Chester's okay, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I
would have been like, you're crazy. You're
but
nuts.
and it's like
you get killed. I won't.
It's like the frog in the cartoon that like when no one's looking, the frog starts singing, and then when everyone starts looking, the frog's dead. Same shit. Like it's like if Rachel had seen everything through Chester's eyes, she'd have been like, no, fuck this guy. We gotta get the fuck out.
He's so likable, and he is. Chester is, even in that sequence. There is a witty charm to him that attracts you. But
very real life, very realistic.
I cannot stand motherfuckers like him. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, eventually I'm gonna knock this fuck out.
Yeah. Now I will admit the middle sequence did take a little bit long. Like there was a lot of unnecessary, like just hanging out.
The pool sequence is unnecessary. Cut that out.
It could have been cut dramatic.
The letter don't mean shit. I don't give a fuck about your letter with your ex. It just didn't. I don't care. To terrorize these two is what I wanted.
Well, and they could have done that so much, like just like bring it. You know, it's like this is just. They could have made it shorter. It didn't have to be as long. But
for sure.
Okay, so something happened though after the pool scene. What was it that set the biker off? It was something somebody had fucked with his motorcycle, right?
Somebody fucked with his motorcycle.
This is when shit gets real.
Yeah. This is the turning point.
Yeah.
Is the biker sequence where something happened with his bike. Somebody touched his bike.
Yeah.
And Chester was, I guess, the one that was touching it.
Or near it or something.
Or near it.
Yeah.
And
it was clear, obviously, it was Chester that did.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Jerry's like, nah, you're not touching this shit. God kind of got close to me. Like, you keep touching a man's bike. I don't know about a biker, but I heard if you touch a man's bike, it's a biker.
Well, like the kind of character of Jerry is like
is that
yeah, you don't fuck with his bike, you don't fuck with his vest, like all that means something, and you don't want to fuck with that world.
Zach Wilde-ish.
I would say more Hell's Angels-ish.
Hell's Angels. Okay, you know what? Fine with the West with the vest touching.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Zach Wilde would kill you, but a Hell's Angels might.
Literally. So he went after Chester, and Chester, fighting him, punching him, he falls to the ground, and Chester, kind of beats the shit out of this fucking bike, which kind of threw me off guard. Like, he's beating up this big biker fucker.
That's the thing, is like you wouldn't expect him to be as like physically domineering as he was. Is domineering the right word? Like because he kicked this guy. This biker was huge. Chester's tall and lanky, but doesn't have a lot of muscle definition going on. So like, you're not expecting him to rock some dude's ass.
Literally. And he didn't just rock him. He got on top of him, and obviously the brother, sister, Larry, Rachel were behind him. They didn't see anything, and he stabs the biker in the ear.
Yeah.
Like, acting like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you attacking me? And then acting like nothing happened. And
gaslighting the whole way.
While he's killing the man.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. Chester himself as a character, piece of shit, but I get it. I understand what he was, and the dude playing him killed it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So then so then they're in this whole situation where, and like, again, I don't know how like Larry could like even like begin to think that like this is on the level when he's like, oh, man, I didn't mean to do it. Like, you got to call the cops, man. You got to call the sheriff. And,
literally. And he did call the sheriff.
And they did.
Chester did.
Yeah. Could you go get me with vodka? Just one last drink before I take that long walk.
That's literally. And they do go and get that vodka, but Rachel calls the cops. And finds out that sheriff's already on his way. I'm like, man, this motherfucker got the cops manipulated. And that's where I'm like, they believed him immediately when he was like, they did that, this is what happened. There's he was gaslighting the shit out of that whole situation, blaming Larry and Rachel for the whole thing. Like, Larry got tased by the fucking cop. I'm like,
and actually, even before the cop got there, they found themselves in the bar, and that's when they found the other two bodies.
That's right. They find the actual owners of the motel.
Right, because Chester had basically been like, the owners are sweet people. He didn't even fucking work there. He had just shown up, murdered the owners, and like took over. So like, Rachel and Larry at this point are very much like, okay, we're in some danger.
We're in some shit, yeah.
And that's when they turn, and Chester's like standing there. He's like, jumps up on the bar, starts like acting like really.
You're right. Yes.
So they're like in fucking fear for their lives.
Yeah. Now it's on. It's on.
And Chester's acting more and more unhinged. That's when the cop showed up. Now, remember from earlier, the cop already was like, Larry's an asshole. Fuck this guy. And that's where he like had a starting point from with the whole situation.
Right.
Like, that's where it was.
He had that brewing in his mind.
Exactly.
We did forget one thing that Chester said during the sequence when they find out that the motel people, the actual owners, are dead.
Yeah.
He breaks down this whole backstory on the owner, the male owner, the older gentleman. And these cameras all over in every vent. Every
which
bathroom.
he did, because they kept showing those. Yeah.
I don't know if he actually did. I think Chester.
That could have been Chester.
Implanted that, and I'm serious that I don't believe that old man and his wife.
Well, we have no way to know.
We have no way to know. It's my speculation.
Exactly. They're like, I think you're right. I think they were probably just innocent people, and Chester probably put those up there.
Yeah. And uploaded it, and you don't know how long it looks like they've been dead for at least a week, maybe.
No idea how long it's been.
So a week you can upload and install all kinds of fucking shit on the
I mean, like, there wasn't really a lot going on there. Like, you could do that. Like, he had a lot of time to do, like, even if it was just during the day, like, to do whatever he wanted. It wasn't a busy place. Wasn't a lot going on.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I think. But then the sheriff fucking shows up and believes him.
Yeah. Now this is
where I got pissed.
This is one of my favorite kills. I love this kill. You got to admit, this is a sweet ass kill.
the choking of he just
Mm.
chokes him,
No, no, no,
but
no.
not. What does he do? Like he does
Okay.
something to him where it's
So
like he loses air.
so like Larry and Rachel are like trying to convince the sheriff. He fucking tasers him, and then like he uses the what's the fucking it's a zip tie.
Zip tie. That's
Yeah.
right.
So he's zip
That's what
tying.
it
Yeah.
was.
So he's zip tying Larry to the Larry's hands to the ground on the ground and shit. And while he's like doing that, Chester grabs one of the other zip ties, and before like anyone knows it, he gets the zip tie around the cop's throat and clenches it and pulls it as tight as possible. So there's no way he was gonna survive.
No,
That was
no, no,
a
no.
fucked up kill, dude.
I didn't even realize that that's the thing he picked out. I was
Yeah.
like, what is he choke? Because apparently I must have either turned to get a drink or something. It was a split second.
It was
of him,
so quick. It's so quick.
split second of him picking up the zip tie, and
Mhm.
now that's an awesome kill actually.
That's
Because
what
I'm
I'm
like, because I
saying.
look back, I'm like, why is he choking? Why the fuck is he choking?
Yeah.
I got pissed again.
Well, that's the thing,
Fuck,
like,
I killed him.
because like he did it so like there's no way to save the guy because you can't get a zip tie off like that, and
No,
like
you'd have to go in there and cut it, but you cut his
and to
fucking
do that
throat.
you cut the throat or like, but by the time you found the instrument, got it in there, he's fucking dead, man.
Dead, yeah. No, he did it tight. So he was dead in like I want to say 30 seconds. He was just squirming around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I kind of glad when the sheriff died. He pissed me off.
Well, the sheriff. I
made
mean,
me mad.
honestly, most of the people in this movie pissed me off at some point or
Most
another.
of them. Yeah,
I don't
even Rachel.
Rachel.
Even
Rachel.
the ex.
No, the ex is the ex is fine.
The ex is fine.
The ex is
The
fine.
ex
Like
is-
honestly, there's in a minute we'll go over like what like I feel bad for her possibly, but no, Rachel, I feel like she's innocent. Like I mean, she had no way of knowing. Like she got introduced to this so far into the middle of it that like
Oh yeah.
and
was
she
already
just
juiced in.
charmed. Yeah, exactly. So
Oh yeah.
so then we cut to. Did anything happen between then and the ayahuasca scene?
Well, he gave him ayahuasca and put him in
Yeah.
a pool where he was like kind of paralyzed. If you don't know what ayahuasca is, it's a psychedelic
It's a
that
fucked up psychedelic.
no,
Yeah.
it's kind of worse than DMT if you know what DMT is.
Yeah, I've not fucked with ayahuasca, but it's
We
one
don't
of those
fuck
things
with
where,
that's
like, I'm pretty sure that's one of those ones where like you're supposed to do it with a shaman.
I don't want to be paralyzed. I think
Yeah.
paralyzation creeps me out when you're on that state of mind. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not something I would be even no. But
Yeah. So they
no,
go through
nothing-
a really trippy sequence of like Larry
yeah.
under the influence of ayahuasca,
he was
floating on a
visuals
floaty in the
and
pool, and
eyes everywhere and heads everywhere and his head and Chester's
Yeah.
head. His
And
eyes going like
Yeah.
like literally like that. So
and this is when the final like confrontation happens, which you got to admit the final confrontation was fun because like Larry or Chester saw something in Larry. He knew that the programming flaw thing was there. He didn't know what it was, but like so he starts this whole thing where he's recording Larry, and Larry's like still fucked. Larry's like still on the up and down, but you're not
because he manipulated him
Yeah.
on ayahuasca. Like, I want you to tell me your dirtiest secrets. Who are you? I know you're in there.
Yeah.
Give me your mask. Don't give me the Larry mask.
Take
I
off
need
the
real
mask,
man.
Larry
Take
Bear.
off- Larry Bear, take off the mask. Literally. So
Tell me who you really are.
and
So
he's filming him throughout this whole thing on
Yeah.
on a phone camera.
Yeah, has him confess to the entire programming flaw thing. So like this is now remember programming flaw is the troll that has gone through and talked the most vile shit about everyone on
the
like,
internet he knew.
Yeah, everyone he knew, everyone like he didn't know, that just random people, but like especially the ex, the fucking
Right.
the wedding situation, all that good shit.
Just to make it clear for anyone that's confused, programming flaw is the name of the username that he's using.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
called
yeah.
The programming flaw or something like that. So
Yeah, and that so it became his like Neo
Right,
or Trinity basically.
he was
yeah.
basically blackmailing himself, giving Chester
Yeah.
information to blackmail him.
Yeah, but he's so fucked up, and like with everything going on at that point, Larry's begun to lose his fucking mind at this point.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
he like gleefully like lays out the whole thing like he's a supervillain. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it became programming flaw,
Like
which I feel-
completely different person.
which I feel like is every like basement Chad like is like their dream to one day just be like like just be strapped down to a chair in a fucking Magneto room or some shit. Just, so I became programming
Yeah, I mean,
flaw.
flaw.
Like it's like
you know, I believe that
what
shit.
a
These
fucking
incel
asshole.
fucks.
Like
These incel
look at
fucks.
this piece of shit.
The thing is,
Yeah.
he blackmails him.
No, he
gets
doesn't
it
even
all-
blackmail him. He just gets all the information.
Yeah, gets all the info so he can do that. But
Mhm.
before he uploads that video, or actually as he's uploading,
As
he
he's
tells him
uploading it.
he tells him to go to the bathroom.
Because he asked about Rachel. He says,
Right.
can I see Rachel? And he goes,
Like, yeah.
Rachel's in the bathroom, man. Go see her. Now, while he's like crawling to the bathroom, Chester paralyzed, but like coming out of it, like so.
Yeah.
But Chester uploads the confession video to from Programming Flaw, and like sends it out to everybody. So like everybody is like all of a sudden realizing that he is an absolute piece of shit.
And we didn't even mention to say this. While he was writing the review at the beginning of the movie, Chester added him on Facebook as a friend.
That's right. Chester
that's how
added
he got.
Yeah,
this was all planned.
Yeah, that's how he did it. Chester added him as a friend early, and that's how he connected to his group. And so like Programming Flaw, because he starts calling him Flaw at that point. Like, proud of you, Flaw.
He literally
proud of you.
Went from Lair Bear to Flaw.
Lair Bear to Flaw. I fucking love Chester. I'm sorry. I don't
Chester's
know
a piece of dog shit.
Villain. I love Chester because like all the manipulation. Okay, so now what's he find in the bathroom?
Just to give an example of what Chester is, if you've ever seen Kiefer Sutherland in Phone Booth, that's what kind of personality he's like, toying with him, giving him shit, and then it's like, I would be my 50s if I was in Vietnam. Like shit like that. He's like just fucking with
him.
Yeah,
he's basically like his whole thing is like the mouse toying or the cat toying with the mouse.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do like Kiefer Sutherland's depiction of that kind of a dick because he was subtle. This dude is in your face. That's why I'm like, it's just it was over the top, man.
Well, and that's what I like about it. So he finds Rachel dead.
He does.
In a mask
choked
thing.
to death.
Yeah, choked to death. Look, she was strapped to the toilet, I believe.
The sink.
Yeah.
Like laying on the ground, but sink inside. Like it's weird the way she was tied up.
Yeah. Now something to consider too is like we have there's well, and I'll bring it up in a sec here, but like there's like not a lot of detail about what all happened with that situation, but like when you're on ayahuasca or something like that, you're gonna lose a lot of time. So like Chester had a lot of time to be cruel as fuck. With Rachel. Hours, absolutely. Which is something to like. Like I said, we'll bring that up in a minute. It's something to consider as the fucked up points go. Larry, or Programming Flaw. This is when he has his fucking mental breakdown.
He does.
Yeah,
he does. Are you talking about after everything is, he finds Rachel, has the snap that happens, joins Chester basically as becoming the villain.
Yeah, it looks
like a sidekick.
It looks like they're like gonna form a weird partnership because he starts laughing. He's gonna shut the Chester. You're funny as shit. I never realized it before. The cop, like Jerry, my sister Rachel. Rachel's dead, man. Like,
literally.
That's funny as shit. And he's just like
going insane.
He's going fucking insane, and Chester is like living it up.
And it's because of the drug. I really think he's doing all of that over the top shit.
I think it's like
makes you think anyway. So he's like thinking about shit or how he but what he does is I hated this ending. This ending was such a piece of shit.
The ending was soft. I'll give you that, because like so basically he kind of looks at him, and Chester kind of pulls a gun out and holds it to him and goes, "But unfortunately, Flaw, all good things must come to an end. Any last requests?" And because there's just like that's the thing that fucked with me, is there's this weird bromance through this as about
disturbing
to be murder.
Bromance. Yeah, God damn it, we have a bromance, but it ain't fucking disturbing.
But this is what I love, because like, okay, now the ending was weak.
It was
horrible. But hold on. Larry, or Flaw, did get a little bit of the last laugh.
Sure.
That's fun. That's fun. So he says to him, "I don't want to live, but I don't want to die here." And then there's this whole thing of like, well, let's go to the wedding. Now, I think this would have been amazing if they'd done it like where if they did
the sequence that they were talking about that I thought they were going to do, and then the ending happened and none of the shit that they were just talking about happened. That's where I was like, this is bullshit. That would have been so much better.
There was a massive opportunity that they missed.
Oh man, what a massive opportunity. I don't want to ruin it for people because it is
It's
It is.
it's a 5-year-old movie at this point.
You know what?
Honestly,
Fine. Go ahead.
yeah,
Tell him.
I like I'm gonna ruin movies to a certain degree.
All right.
If you haven't seen it, we've laid out the entire plot.
This is spoiler
We might
from hell.
Yeah, you know what? Spoiler alert.
Literally.
So
But tell him what the plot was that you thought was going to happen, and
This-
I'll tell you the
this is
ending.
amazing, actually. So like Larry starts like manipulating Chester. He starts
Mhm.
like, okay, so it's like I want to die, but I want to die somewhere else. So let's go, let's get Rachel. We'll all three go, and like he just like plays into the insane thing, which like they both were. I love them both, like insane going back and
yeah.
forth. So like they load Rachel into the backseat of the car, and he looks at him. He goes, I gotta drive, Chester. Rachel wouldn't let you drive her car. He's like, you're right, man. You're right. Absolutely
You're
right.
right. You're right. He got him.
He got him.
You
It's
got
like-
me.
and then the whole thing is like, Rachel, could you be quiet in the back seat for the
That's
for
ridiculous.
a lot? But like, did you catch one other thing there as they're pulling away?
Which
As
one?
they're pulling away, Chester screams, "I'll fuck anything that walks or doesn't." Sorry, Rachel. Did you not catch that?
I did not.
Yeah, that's
he-
okay. So there's a Ted Bundyism. He literally was like, okay, he was a necrophiliac too. He fucked Rachel's body.
Just like Jeffrey Dahmer too.
Just like Dahmer, just like
Dahmer
Bundy.
fucked
Yep.
his victims. Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow.
So they set up this
I didn't
idea-
even notice that. No, I
Yeah.
didn't even.
Yeah. So
It pissed. I was already so pissed.
that's
that
what I'm saying.
like,
Is you got to get out of your emotions, man.
I'm sorry. Movie was shite.
It wasn't as shy as you say.
It was
Anyway,
pretty shite.
we need to get the fucking scale for these movies again at some point when we do these Unhinged. But anyway,
Literally.
because you're gonna just give this a fucking like.
This is a shite.
What is
shite.
the lowest goddamn rating I can give this fucking thing? 1 is too good.
1 is too good.
But so basically, they get this idea where like they're gonna go to the wedding, and how funny would it be? Because there's a hill overlooking the ceremony,
and they show you a photo of the hill.
if you killed me and dropped our bodies down the hill, and then they start showing like, because they do the sequence throughout the whole thing of like showing the social media and like the bodies are real, holy shit, they're actually real. Like, so it would have been really fucking cool if they'd have done
It would
that.
have been,
Or
because
if
they give
they-
you the what would have happened on social media if this
Yeah.
happened.
Or they could have even done what they did the way they like the way with that. So like
Yep.
basically at that point, so as they're driving, that's when Larry starts rolling out like his thing is like, Rachel had a dog that she liked, and she always put him in the front seat, and so she actually got the what are the fucking thing, the airbags
Airbags.
removed. And so
the
there's
dog
no
doesn't get hurt.
airbags. So the dog doesn't get hurt. So there's no airbags in the passenger seat. And he's like, "What are you saying, Larry?" And then he's like, "I'm gonna crash into a wall." What they could have done is they could have like literally come flying down that hill and crashed at the bottom.
That would have been
And done the
awesome.
same
See,
thing.
that's different, but he actually crashed into a fucking wall.
Yeah,
And the thing is, you got to be more specific of that last
yeah,
4 minutes, 3
Yeah.
minutes. He's going down a mental spiral, Larry.
oh yeah,
Telling him like this whole thing that he's cool with, and
Mhm.
telling his story about
Mhm.
Rachel. And you're thinking they're sitting. Why the hell am I listening to this dude talk
Yeah,
about this? Man,
yeah.
it makes no sense. But then he mentions the dog, no airbags.
Yeah.
Larry, Larry's driving. Chester's sitting there. You know what? We're gonna crash into a wall.
Yeah.
And he actually crashes into a wall.
So for
The
that,
movie ends.
I do like that he got the last
Just-
laugh on Chester, but like it was a weak ending.
Look. Can we summarize this fucking
Let's
thing?
summarize it.
This fucking thing is shite. I'm sorry. That is the word of the day in this shite.
Okay, now I also feel like I have a certain tolerance and even enjoyment for bad movies, so it might be that because it's so bad is why I like it.
I guess you like that it's so bad that it's good because you like
Love that
Troll 2 and
Oh, I love
what's
that
that?
shit.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martian.
Oh my
and
god, yeah, we're gonna do
Plan 9.
get ready for Santa Claus Conquers the Martians in December, my friend.
That is probably gonna be better than this piece of shite.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I
man.
like
just-
a bad movie.
Look, I love bad movies. I went on a month on watching bad movies, and this is so bad that it's bad, not so bad that it's good.
Well,
Just my
that's
opinion.
that's fair. I like the character of Chester. I think Chester is a great asset in a in a mediocre movie.
He's the the backbone. He's the most
If
important character.
it weren't for Chester, there'd be no.
It would be even
value.
worse.
Yeah, there'd be
I'll
absolutely
give you that.
like Hayes
I'll
MacArthur
give you that.
fucking killed this part.
He does. He absolutely does kill that role. The role itself is good. I hate the character, and that's the point. You're supposed to hate the main villain, or the villain. But the story was a bit all over the place. There was a sequence where nothing happened at a poll.
Yeah, there was some of it that could have been cut. There was it was longer,
and it's only the 82 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
What are you gonna cut? The 70? That's where you know it's bad.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Like I said, it's not a masterpiece, but I think what it is for me is
far from it.
For me, it's just Chester. Like Chester as a villain, I love enough for me to give this movie some extra points.
I guess, yeah. For a villain, if he played a damn good villain, I'll give you that. He's a piece of trash, piece of shite.
Piece of shite.
And it's overall, I would if we're gonna do 1 out of 5, it's probably a 1.2 out of 5.
All right, that's fair.
Just for Chester to 0.2, I'll give Chester the 0.2.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5 with Chester holding all the cards.
All the 2.5s that
you know, we really actually because we really should do some kind of actual like scale.
Yeah, like this video, if you want some kind of a rating scale, we're creative. We'll come up with some crazy.
We'll come up with something, because we're gonna be trying to, like I said, these are gonna be the bonus episodes that we're gonna be doing. Just because me and the ghost just love talking about movies together.
Like movies, man.
We just love it, and
shit.
Yeah. So like this is still Weirdwide. Bethany might join us every now and then. She said that she actually might watch a few movies. Like she doesn't watch movies. That's the thing. Yeah, she can't get through them. She can't sit through them.
Oh my god. Well, I definitely can.
Yeah, me too. So we're gonna be doing a lot more of these. I'm gonna, like I said, aim for one a month as just a little bit of extra bonus fun when we're talking about movies. Might have some other guests on. Might have might do it. So I will say, I'm gonna just say this publicly because I know the ghost has been wanting to do this for the longest time. We're gonna be doing next month. So what is this, April? So the next month in May, we're gonna be doing Dennis the Menace for the Unhinged movie.
Friends, get ready for the
yag. And you have to understand, like, bro, this is like for everybody at home, that is just gibberish. They're just hearing complete nonsense right now. They're just hearing a word.
Get ready for the yag.
Get ready for the yag. The yag is going to be a thing.
Yes.
Well, until then, Ghost, where can everybody find you? And what do you what do you even do? Tell everybody what you give me.
Well, I do
your elevator pitch, motherfucker.
I give commentary on a more left perspective. That's really my content in a nutshell. You like that kind of stuff? At the Ghost, that's DA Ghost _official on all of the pages.
Follow him, love him. Yeah, he'll be here. He'll be here again for Unhinged Movies. We'll be here. Boom. So for everything Weirdwide, go to www.weirdwide.com, the official home of the show on the interwebs. You can listen to every episode. There's gonna be, like we keep talking about, there's gonna be more stuff. You guys know that there's gonna be more shit. We just haven't gotten there yet. It's all DIY, so just fucking bear with us. But you can sign up for the newsletter, get emails sent directly to you as episodes drop. If you want to follow me on the different social platforms, I'm as Dudest Weirdo on TikTok and Insta. I haven't been doing a lot, but I'm working again on fixing it. You know what? It's been a weird fucking year, dude. Like mentally, I've definitely been off. But I'm like
already April.
But I know, how fucked up is that?
Already April.
But I'm getting back to I'm working on getting back to doing content on every platform here. Bethany and I have talked about possibly doing an official TikTok for the show itself, but that isn't out yet. And we've also talked about a Discord, so we'll be doing that at some point.
Yes.
If you do like what you're hearing, though, please leave us a review. I think you can do that on Spotify now, but I know you can do it on Apple Podcasts.
For sure.
Reviews really help the show. It doesn't take but a second. Show a little bit of love if you like what you're hearing. A little bit of visibility for us. Do that. Hold on, what was the other thing? If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let us know what you think. Shoot us an email at weirdwidepodcast@gmail.com if you got something to say. You got a weird story you want us to tell on the air. You want us to just let us know, man. You just want to say hi. You just want to say hey. You just want to be
say hello.
I'm a weird motherfucker, and I want to talk to some other weird motherfuckers. We're some weird motherfuckers. Come talk to us.
Do it.
Fuck yeah. Well, Weirdwide should be returning as normal as it's going to be next week. So until then, we love you all. Stay weird.